What would you do then if you landed, right? Supposing we all land, right? We're shipwrecked, okay? There's no food around. But there's a chance we might be saved, like, in a few days. We just got to stay alive just for a few days, okay? Steve offers up his penis.
For what purpose?
Well, it's already you've torn it in the plane crash. Anyways, it's hanging off. You go, okay, listen, lads, let's eat this. This will go 3 ways.
I should be so lucky. Okay, fine, yeah.
I'll look for something else. Because we're surrounded by water. Why are we eating knob? There's loads of fish and everything. There's more fish in the sea than there is stuff on land.
This is what he says. This is what he gleaned from the programme about monkeys. It sat on a bridge and wanted stuff off people to walk over the bridge.
What?
So it was acting as some kind of toll booth,
This is ridiculous.
No, it was a bridge in like, the jungle.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
And it's a monkey that sat on a bridge, and a lot of tourists go through the area.
No, it's a monkey who realised that if he sits there, he'll get stuff because it look like it's a cute little chimp begging.
No, but every time.
Yeah, because you give a monkey, I'm as bad as him now. If you give a chimpanzee a banana, and he starts realising that humans have things to give.
Yeah, but it's all
squirrels
sorts of
learn that. But you don't go, you wouldn't say, went to the park, there's squirrels waiting at the gate. You have to give them a toll to go in. They're only going to give them a nuts. They come up to you every time. You fucking idiot.
Went to bed after watching it and fell asleep thinking about it on the bridge right now. It's a bit bad, really, because the monkey should work harder for its food. It made me remember the slug I saw yesterday that was eating bird poo. Nobody would ever help a slug with food like they do with ducks and monkeys. A slug's life is pretty bad. The only time they come out of their den is when it's raining.
Den.
So even their days out are depressing.
It is. Do you know what I mean?
No.
It is like... It's a horrible thing to be, innit? A slug.
I love him talking about what is it like to be a slug.
No, just because, like, the monkey, even though it's been quite aggressive, everyone was like, oh, give it some water, and it was well, like, kitted out. It had, like, chocolate bars, bottled water, some, like, fizzy stuff, and all that.
An iPod, it was listening to Monkey News.
It could have had one if it wanted one. It was getting away with murder on that bridge. And that's just because it was furry. Yeah, if that was like a blob, like a slug, there's no way people would be that friendly towards it. And it just annoys me how you get this pecking order for, like, no matter what creature you are, favouritism. And that slug was only eating that bird poo because it wasn't being offered stuff.
If it was offered toffees or whatever.
Well, it's just sad, isn't it? It's come to that. That's where its life has come to.
Yeah, but it's not as mollusk that's down on its fucking luck.
It didn't live in a big country house, and this wife left it, the kids went, it started hitting the bottle.
And I kind of thought, and look, they do only come out in the rain, and it's depressing, and it'll probably get killed in a bit, and that was its last meal. I just...
last meal?
But it wouldn't prefer steak and chips, Carl. It doesn't have...
It must like a leaf or at the end of the day, it's an insect. They love a leaf.
It's not an insect.
Well, it's part of that gang. It's part of that... No, it's part of
they
that...
hang out together. They hang out together.
No, why do you think it's part of that gang?
Because it knocks about in the woods in the same place as a spider does. But what I'm saying is they're eating boring stuff because that is what's
It's
in
not
their
boring
area.
stuff to them. They're not. I have no opinion of it at all. They take in sustenance.
No, but where you are is what you eat. When I'm in London, I'll have beans on toast for lunch. On holiday, what? Tapas? Go on, I'll have a bit. So it's whatever you eat, what's in that area.
Looking back at the year, a year in which we've seen, increasing violence in Iraq. We've seen the advent of more fears over global warming. We've seen George W. Bush take a massive battering in the midterm elections. We've seen many major world events this year. Carl, what's stuck out for you?
What event if you think, oh my God, if you were doing your own review of the year, what would you put on the front cover?
The Grub that was eating biscuits on my windowsill.
Right, that's just a little bit more up there for you than the capturing of Saddam Hussein and his sentencing to death.
Just because it's I never thought I'd see that this year.
So what exactly?
What, the capture of Saddam or the Grub?
No, the Grub.
The Grub.
It was just, I was there on the computer, I was having a cup of tea and a biscuit, put the biscuit on the windowsill, I sort of picked it up.
Why would you do that?
Why?
Why would you put a biscuit on a windowsill?
Because I'm sat next to the windowsill.
It's like something from a cartoon. I put the pie on the windowsill to cool down.
Yeah.
No,
And
so,
some ruffians stole it.
Yeah.
so I was eating that, and I was enjoying it, put the rest of it back down for like the next half of the cup of tea, and I saw...
Planned out. This is. I bet. Well, we'll read about this later in the diary.
So, and then I saw just like a little crumb moving. I was like, what's going on there?
Yeah.
So I looked down closer, and there's an insect that is see-through, but with legs, and just sort of running off with a crumb into like a little hole. And then when I looked, I noticed there was loads of these little see-through things, and they were obviously all like, "Oh, I got biscuit," and
That's exactly what they were saying.
They were going,
biscuits over here.
but I can't, that, what was it,
target
like I say, it was amazing because it was they're miles away from what I'm about, and yet
Not that far.
but they still like a bit of biscuit, and it was just weird that happened. I never thought that would happen in 2006, and that's
You never thought that would happen in 2006.
that's what's nice, isn't
blown
it? That's
his
what's
mind.
nice about the the nature of the world. You know, we can invent iPods, we can bring out better vacuum cleaners, but at the end of the day, you can't make nature up. And to see this see-through thing
You do.
eating a biscuit,
blow your
that's
mind?
where I've sort of gone this year. I'd say out of anything, I've sort of gone out of my way to learn more stuff about weird stuff that's out
But I don't
there.
know what you've learned. You've learned that
A creature which you can't even identify or
you
name.
don't know, right? You don't know what it is, right? Looked like it nicked a bit of crumb. I don't know what knowledge is that. What is that? How is that useful?
Just because everything is changing.
But it's not useful. It's not useful to you, and it's not useful to anyone. You can't pass on that as knowledge because we don't know what it was,
But Carl
or where
thinks,
it happened, or
but-
why it happened.
But Rick, Carl thinks that the Grub has an inkling, has a taste for McVitie's in the same way that Carl does. That's why
Yeah.
he's from Meg's. He's thinking, I can't believe it. We both love hobnobs.
As
It's
opposed to just being
extraordinary.
taking the
He would have
starch
eaten
from the
anything,
flour.
yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
But what I'm saying is that these things have been around for years,
Yes.
maybe longer than us,
Yes.
right? Now, their life isn't changing in the way that ours have. They still live in a little crack in the wall,
Yeah.
but they're eating biscuit, and that was never meant to happen. So it's changing it. What
But
I mean is, you might start getting fat insects. That should never have happened. You don't normally see a fat beetle. You go, oh, look at that, that's a bit fat. Put a bit of weight on. And now that's going to happen because they're eating sugary stuff. The squirrels in the park, because people are feeding them Mars bars and everything, they're getting fatter, they're getting bigger, they're getting more violent. Now, over time, you know, they're going to cause more trouble than they
What
are now.
evidence have you got
What
that
do
they're
you
getting
think?
more violent?
Just because when I'm sat in the park and what have you, they're really like cocky. They come up to you now and sort of jump up on the bench and sort of attack you for food. They're not happy with acorns now. They want a bit of croissant. And that's what I'm saying. They've changed. They're changing over time. Just like that Grub having a biscuit. Everything's trying different food out.
He'll want a gatto soon.
Well, in the same way that, you know,
Eclair.
you look at people around the world, how they're eating weirder stuff. They're running out of, you know, ideas on how to cook food differently. And we're eating weird stuff. So our insects, everything's moving on. Everything's getting more intelligent. The goldfish memories got better. Chickens are more intelligent than people thought they were, apparently. Everything's... Time makes you more intelligent.
Well,
No, they do. That's a fact, isn't it? If you're knocking around longer, then you're learning more because more stuff's going on and you soak it up. And that's what these insects are doing. They're all learning. You know what I mean?
No.
I saw a cockroach playing Pac-Man.
there was a picture on the when I was on the plane coming back from here. There was a picture of this new luxury hotel. It'll be, I think, $10,000 a night to stay there. It looked extraordinary. It was a hotel, and the best rooms were built under the water, under the sea.
Wow.
So it was the best hotel we've ever seen, but surrounded on all sides by glass, and out of it you could see the sea, the sharks, the fish.
I don't think I'd like that.
No?
But that again, that's just one of them hotels where it's over the top for over the top sake, innit? Like where they have 12 course meals well, just have 2 but make them bigger. Rather than dragging it out and there's the first course, you know, a couple of, you know...
Snails.
Yeah, it's just, for me, all that is...
Don't eat a snail, don't have one snail, eat one big tortoise. If you want slow food, don't have loads of little snails. Here, there's a giant tortoise. Tuck into that. Feeds 10. But it's what you were saying before. When you start having to take a risk with food, like the fish that can kill you if you eat it, don't bother. There's apparently a delicacy in Japan, again, someone could verify this, where they eat a live little octopus. And it can stick to your throat, because it's obviously fighting for its life. I mean, good. Again, you don't need to eat a live octopus. What are you thinking? How cruel is that?
Well, how fresh do you need your food? It's not, do you know what I mean? But I always remember this story when I was a kid about, some bloke who, a bit sad, this story, but weird. He had, throat cancer, right? And his doctor said, carry on with your life, right? It's not going to be that good, but just carry on, but don't eat meat. And he was like, oh, I love meat. He's like, yeah, but just don't, you know, have your veg, you know, plenty of vitamins and stuff, keep yourself strong, but don't be eating that. Anyway, he was fed up because he loved his meat, and his wife was feeling a bit sorry for him one day, and thought, you know, I'm sick of him looking fed up and that, all he wants is some meat, for God's sake, give him some meat. So she goes to the butcher's, gets him a big piece of, like, steak and what have you. He can't believe it, he's like, oh, brilliant, cheers for that. Anyway, he's got the meat on his plate, just about to tuck in, and the cancer comes out from his throat.
What?
No, it's something, I know, it sounds really weird, but it's something that I was told about years ago when I was growing up.
What are you talking about?
It was just some bad illness, some cancer thing, and it sort of, it was coming out waiting for the meat. It was sort of dying.
Again, a lot of your medical knowledge is from
the film Alien.
So this guy with throat cancer, okay, as opposed to it being a disease of the cell.
It was like a living...
The alien. It was alien.
So it was the animal. It was the little animal cancer.
That's why
what
he wasn't allowed to eat
about?
meat. He wasn't allowed to eat meat.
So it's sitting there. So it's actually sitting there in the throat. I'll tell you what I'd have done if I'd have had some cancer in my throat. I'd go, there you go, rid of that. What are you talking about? So what happened?
He choked to death on this thing, and the wife was like, "Oh, I shouldn't have given him the meat after all." Just
that's a bollock story.
It's all. There's loads of weird stuff like that
that
happens in medical stuff.
Well, the terrible thing is, if you got testicular cancer and you eat meat, your bollocks come out of your trousers, and they're all over the plate, and you have to be asked to leave the restaurant. Of eating knobs.
Yeah.
Jilly Goulden. Now
what's she been up to?
Well, you saw it in I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here.
I haven't been watching it.
She popped a little kangaroo knob in the mouth, chewed it up.
What, she just found it? Did she line around?
No, it was one of the things that she had to
eat.
It
was one of the challenges.
Carol Thatcher, you know, a daughter of one of our leaders.
Sure.
She popped a couple of bollocks in the mouth, chewed them up, swallowed them.
Oh.
And Jilly Goulden, there was a kangaroo penis there, dried. She couldn't even get... It was so tough, she couldn't even get through it. And then she... eventually she eats it.
What, was it like a pepperoni?
Yeah. And she... What do you think of that, Carl?
What, eating that sort of stuff?
Yeah.
I watch it. I like those little trial bits, right?
Yeah.
But what I don't think people realise is, right, it is hard eating a little kangaroo knob. Right?
Really? How do you know?
No, it's just, you know, you think about it and you go, oh, I couldn't do that, right? But what they never mention on the TV programme, which I think takes it to the next level, right, they're eating that at like 7:30 in the morning.
Sure. Right.
Which is worse, innit?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? If I was there and Ant and Dec said, right, Carl, eat the knob, I'd go, hang on a minute, give us a few hours, let me get some rice and that on my belly, and just sort of fill me up a little bit more. I'll pop back at about 6:30 this evening,
right.
Have it ready. And I'd be happier then. It's just that thing of, you know, you don't
want to eat animal genitals on an empty stomach.
So what are you saying? You could...
I'm saying, like, I could eat a knob at night, but
just cut that there. We'll loop that. If any DJs are listening, just take that quote, "I could eat a knob at night," by Karl Pilkington. Maybe do a dance remix.
Yeah, maybe you're sort of a house producer, and you could maybe get some kind of high energy beat going, and then we could just send that out to some of the gay clubs. I'm sure it'll be really popular.
Please, anyone, send us, that looped with a nice little, funky house beat. Karl Pilkington saying, "I could eat a knob at night."
No, but do you know what I mean, though? By that.
Not really.
Well, okay then, right. Okay. Now, I couldn't do it. I could not do it. I couldn't pop a kangaroo testicle in my mouth and chew it. It was disgusting to watch. She was eating witchetty grubs. Good on them because they were doing it. But then again, I think, well, they wanted to go in there. They knew they were up for it. So on the one hand, I think, is that admirable and is that showing sort of like good British metal, or is it, I'll do anything to get on telly for a week? I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't. Where does it stop? I thought Rebecca Lewis went too far when she gave the little pig a tug, but at least she knew where to stop. Yeah. She didn't,
well, it's obvious when you have to stop.
Yeah, but
the pig tells you that.
To pop the can. Also, again, where's the kangaroo hopping around without a cock?
I watched the final of I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. It was between singer Jason Donovan, singer Mylene Klass, and singer Matt out of a boy band. I had my money on Donovan, but Matt won it. I think it was because of his last task. He ate a fisheye, some grubs, a big fat insect that they have on every year, a crocodile knob, and a kangaroo anus. I feel like we've come there, Rick, to where we entered.
It was this time last year when we first started the podcast that we were talking about I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, and you coined the famous phrase "I could eat a knob at night."
Yeah.
So it's full circle. It's just the last series finished recently, and it was astounding that he ate a crocodile knob, he ate a crocodile eye, he chewed up and swallowed a kangaroo's anus, which I to be honest, I didn't know was a food stuff. Could you eat any of that?
If I had to eat any of them, it would have to be the anus.
What, really?
Yeah, more than the other stuff. I couldn't eat anything that's still alive.
No. I agree. I couldn't eat any of that. I don't know under what circumstances I'd have to go, right, that's it now, we're not going to survive, the ship isn't coming, there is nothing on this island I can eat, give me the crocodile's penis.
So it wouldn't bother me. I could eat anything. I could do almost all of the challenges on that programme, but I couldn't cope in the camp. I couldn't cope with the lack of food and the uncomfortable bed. That's all that would do my head, and I'd drive people spare, whinging and complaining.
I couldn't cope with any aspect of it except the physical challenges. I couldn't cope with sleeping with people snoring, the things crawling over you. I'm not so squeamish about that, like snakes and things. That's all right. But the eating is ridiculous. It's out of the question to eat a worm or a grub.
It doesn't concern me. I don't know why. I don't see really what the difference in it. The texture's probably the same as lots of other things.
What would hunger do to you, though, do you think? Would you think I would change? Do you think, if it really was a choice, if someone said, and I knew I would die if I didn't eat worms...
I think you would, yes. I think you'd complain and you'd whinge for a while, and you'd try and put it off, and you'd hope a ship would turn up. But when it didn't, you'd start chowing down on a bit of crocodile anus.
But then where's the rest of the crocodile?
Well, yeah, that's a good point.
Who's been eating that? How come I've got this? You're meant to work together as a team in bad time, and yet I'm being handed an anus. Forget it. Let me starve.
He says he's got nothing in the flat. That's why he has to do a shop every day, because he's got nothing in the flat.
It's easier that way, isn't it? You don't know what you're going to want to eat.
But that's why you get you don't have a different meal every day of the year, do you? You rotate maybe a dozen meals, don't you? So you can get in enough ingredients that any time you go to the fridge and go, oh, am I going to have chicken? Or am I going to have fish today? Or maybe I'll have some pasta. I do that every day. No, but I always come down to one of half a dozen meals.
You've got a freezer. We haven't got a freezer, have we? We've only got a little fridge. Oh, there's nothing wrong with nipping to the supermarket. There's nothing wrong with that.
So you've got too much time on your hands, boy.
Out of all the people in the world to have a chat with, do you know, what's his face? That German doctor.
Which one? The guy that displays the human body?
Guns, someone. Guns Traven or something.
Oh, right, yeah.
He's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
just like the way, you know, he cuts stuff up, shows you how the body works and that.
Sure.
And have you learned anything from that?
Well, I don't. Is he a proper doctor? Because it's just that it's always. I mean, I could cut a body up. I never see him sort of put it back together. Is anyone keeping an eye on him? Sort of going, well, who is he actually?
I'm sure he's a proper doctor.
Well, he sort of cuts bodies up on the telly and sort of goes, here's how like the intestines work or whatever.
All right.
And he just he holds them up, fills them with food, and he goes, look, they go fatter. And I mean, he doesn't answer everything. Like, he doesn't say, I don't understand why the intestines have to be that long. I don't know why it just can't go from the throat to the belly, exit, straight dark line down, out the arse.
You must know.
Well, no, because the way he dragged it out, and it was like miles long.
Yeah.
Pointless.
No, it's not pointless.
Just have a straight. Do you know what I mean? Straight down.
It's to increase the surface area for absorption. So a foot long intestine, you wouldn't absorb much food, whereas you go down, you know.
Yeah, but just have more points in it where it has to go through some sort of filter.
What are you talking about? Again, the evolution sort of worked this out for us. It really works.
I don't think you're going to improve on it. In your mind, you some kind of kerplunk style.
No, but what I mean is that's probably that long because years ago they were eating dinosaur, and that might have took a lot of indigestion or something. I don't know how chewy it was. It might have been quite fatty, dinosaur meat, and it needs to go through all that. Now we're eating like yogurt. So I mean, we don't need anything that, you know, is doing that much work anymore. All the food is mashed up. Auntie Nora, right? All her food is mashed. Right? She doesn't have to chew anymore. She's got teeth, but she doesn't need them. And that's how.
She's got teeth, but she don't need them.
No, but that's how we're
she could have her intestines removed then.
Well, no, but this is
that
what I'm
sort
saying.
Our other problem, wouldn't it?
We're changing everything all the time, aren't we?
Educating Ricky?
Yeah.
Should I do a bit of that?
Well, the clues are coming in furious.
The answers, I should say.
Yeah. So go on then. Oh, this is what.
Yeah, Rockbusters is well underway, Carl. Don't worry, you've done your work now.
Okay.
Right, come on.
Right, educating Ricky.
This is my favourite bit now.
You're just going to tease us, aren't you, with 3 headlines? If you
and I'm going to choose one, then we got the other 2 as well.
Yeah, that's the way it works. And at the end of it, you learn some stuff. Like I say, I'm struggling a bit with knowledge.
Yeah.
At last he confesses.
Yeah. Go on.
So the 3 headlines for you to pick from, we've got first one. We'll have a big fire tomorrow.
I got a feeling there's some vegetables involved.
Yeah, go on.
Maybe. Second one. He's a bit of a nuisance.
Okay.
Right.
And third one. I'll bacon in the morning if you're sick of having me here.
Oh, that one.
I'll bacon in the morning if you're sick of having me here.
Right, I'm having that one.
That's brilliant.
Right, well, it's a saying. Do you know cold shoulder? Giving someone the cold shoulder?
Yeah.
Right, if you have someone round at your house and, you know, you try to get rid of them and they're hanging around and stuff and you're like, oh, I wish they'd go, I'm tired and that. Well, years ago...
when? Literally years ago. Well, ages ago.
Sort of,
olden times.
I think it said medieval times.
Yonks ago then, yonks ago.
Yeah, medieval,
we're going back quite a bit on this one.
You know when you find out these books, why don't you just pop down when it was?
Just make a note.
I don't think it says all the time, it just sort of says, you know, a few years back.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
Well,
never.
Alright, I'll make an effort next week.
Okay.
Right? So, it's annoying that, because my girlfriend said to me, just make a note at the time and they'll stop having a go at you.
Yeah.
Yeah?
And I kind of thought, it's alright.
Didn't listen?
I don't think it matters anyway in this one. We're looking at the saying, right? So it's giving someone a cold shoulder, right? And what it is, right? Ages ago, there wasn't enough houses for people.
Right.
Because there wasn't much money being made. You know, there weren't big businesses. People weren't earning good money like they are now. So there wasn't as many houses, right? So what you ended up getting is like, you know, the rich people having a nice place to live.
Oh.
And the poor people were like wandering about, you know, looking for places to live and that. And what they ended up doing is, they had like, people would go around to the mate's house and say, look, I haven't got anywhere to live. It's a bit cold. Can you let me stay? Right? So they'd go, oh, alright, then you can stay a couple of days. But they ended up staying for like weeks.
Yeah.
Right? So, to sort of get rid of them, what they'd end up doing, they'd be making the dinner, and they'd be making a lovely dinner, like a bit of meat, nice warm meat, and nice veg, gravy. And
this happened every time, did it? This is where the saying came from.
This is what happened, Rick.
This is happened every time.
It was in that vague book.
The book of vague sayings and stuff.
Right, so they'd be making a nice meal, but what they did, they looked after all the family. Well, the person who won't go home, they just give them some, like, sort of a cut-off of cold meat.
Right.
So they'd say, you're giving them the cold shoulder. Meaning...
Right. Okay, that's rubbish. Okay, absolute...
Carl, why does that necessarily work?
Yeah. Why do they always, in every situation when you want to get rid of a lodger, well, still feed him every day, but make the meat lukewarm. So
they always leave then.
Yeah.
Oh, this food's lukewarm, I'm gonna become homeless
and
again,
they go,
wandering the streets.
Hold on, are you giving me the cold shoulder? Yes. Do you want me to leave? Yes, just say leaving. No, I like to do it cryptically. That way, in years to come, someone will have a little saying about it.
Well, anyway, that was our bacon in the morning. If you've had enough of meat, we'll leave that.
Well, bacon in the morning! Oh, bacon in the morning if you've had enough of me!
So come back. What are the others? Just tease us again with the others. We'll come back to those.
He's a bit of a nuisance, and we'll have a big fire tomorrow.
Nice, looking forward to that.
Studying. Okay, what's the next one? What's the next educating Ricky?
I don't know, see, like I say, I was looking around and there's stuff that is interesting, right? I was looking on the web.
But there's no point.
Well, it's just that I found one about,
what's the point?
About a lad who, 8 years old, but he's still breastfed. Now, I don't know if you can get anything out of that.
Is that what his mum said? What do you mean I don't know if I can get anything out of that? You don't need to.
No, it's just that, you know...
Where did you read that?
That was on the internet.
Oh, well, yeah.
You're always unspecific when you mention it. It's just it was on the internet.
Well, I'm trying to think what I put in. I think I put in Y to see if I'd confuse a computer. And then,
Go! You are...
No, I did
no, honestly.
I did a search, put in why, and it came up with funny things that, like, why is this person doing that, why is that... And it had a picture of this 8-year-old lad, sort of, you know, on his mum's nipple. And, it was saying, you know, is this healthy?
You sure that wasn't asking you that question?
What? I put in Y to confuse the computer. Like the computer going, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Stop it. Yeah.
So what would you do there, though, just to sort of wrap that little thing up? What would you do? That lad loves his mum's milk.
What are you asking me to come up with?
No, I'm
a
just...
title for the story?
No, it's just what would you do? Right?
What do you mean, what would I do?
Well, it's causing a bit of a problem in the area. Right.
What area?
In America, I think it was.
Oh, America are a problem, are they? George Bush is worried about this kid who's breastfeeding at 8.
Imagine it like this, right?
Right. No, so Carl, what are you asking me? About this spurious story you saw on the internet?
I saw it on the internet. There's an 8-year-old lad, he likes his mum's milk, and it's saying, is this right? Should it
No,
be
it's
going
not.
on?
But what
do you want Ricky to do about it? It's not his responsibility.
Yeah.
No, but the little town that he lives in, they're all causing an uproar, right? Going, this isn't right, you know, I can't let my kid play out in case he's in the garden with his mum getting a bit hungry, right? So,
oh, God.
What should they do? Because his mum's saying, well, he likes it.
Yeah.
And he, you know, so what do you do?
I don't know the laws.
No, but I'm not asking you to sort out the laws. I'm just saying, if you lived in that neighbourhood, what would you say? If you went up to him and said, look, everyone's getting a bit fed up with this, look.
I'd say, what would I do? What do you mean, what would I do? What are you asking me?
Right, it doesn't matter.
No, what are you asking me? What are you asking me and Steve and the public?
I'm just saying, say if you live next door to this woman.
Yeah.
Right? The kid's hungry, 8 years old, he's out playing on his bike and he goes, Mum, I'm getting a bit peckish, and he goes, alright, son. She whops one out. And he starts having his milk, right? You live next door, you're putting your washing out, and you see this going on. You're getting a bit sick of it, because it's gone on for months.
8 years, I assume.
Why is it your business? Why are you such a nosy neighbour that you're concerned?
What would you do, Carl? Let's turn it back on him.
Yeah.
What would you do?
What's your solution?
What would you do?
Well, I thought I'd say, right, why are you doing this? And she'd say, because he likes it. And I go, all right then, put it in a bowl first.
And you think that would sort that out?
No, because I was thinking about the whole thing, right, and you do that when you're a baby, and everything's alright, innit?
Yeah.
No one bats an eyelid at
Sure.
a little baby having a bit of milk from its mum's breast, right?
Yeah.
You'd almost say it was natural.
But you grow out of it. It's like, you don't see. It got me thinking about things you don't see. And you don't see.
Did you put this into a computer? Show me things you don't see.
What else don't you see?
Well, you don't see, like, an old man having a Twix. You never...
Oh!
So what?
You know the terrible thing about all this, Steve, is he's right.
You don't see an old
No,
man
I
eating a
know
Twix.
that's a terrible thing.
So what they have got, right, they've made old man toffees, haven't they? They've come up with Werther's.
Is that a song? Oh God! You don't see it.
No, listen now. So they've got their Werther's, right?
Yeah.
So,
Look at him. You
Forget
think he's
it.
giving a lecture at Oxford?
it's not going anywhere.
No,
you
go
know?
on. Sorry, go on.
I'm
What?
just saying.
Right.
You grow out of things.
Yeah.
And the old man, I'm sure when he was a kid, he'd have a Twix.
Yeah.
But now it doesn't look right, so he's having...
It doesn't look right.
So...
Right.
I don't think Werther's originals were specially designed for old people. I think they were sweets that just happened to have been made for years. That's why old people eat them.
Yeah.
They didn't go, hang on, there's a market here. I've noticed old people aren't eating Twixes. Quick, let's make some old man sweets.
But the little advert, he gives it to his grandson as well, doesn't he? He goes, I have a Werther's original.
Now, I think it cuts though before he throws it back in his face and goes, get me a Twix. And a damn curly-whirly, Grandad. You old fool.
Song's a phrase. What it is.
Song's a phrase.
We took a phrase from the show last week. It was, there's this airy Chinese kid, right?
Yeah.
Today, we're going back to the good old line of, about you never see an old man eating a Twix.
Sure.
Right?
How long is that?
No, you'll never see an old man eating a Twix.
You'll never see an old man eating a Twix.
It's not as many as you think, though. It's not that many.
Well, how is it not that many?
Right, well, first of all, anyway, don't worry about that. I think there's about 5, I think. Hang on a minute.
Oh, God. Why do we leave him alone to do this,
I don't
Steve?
understand.
Do you know what I mean? He always, it's like, I'll tell you what, we were flying them.
Six different songs.
6 different songs.
That's a lot to get, Carl.
But what happened is, I couldn't find a song with Twix, so we've changed the chocolate.
Oh, this is rubbish. We're not doing it. We're not doing it. No, you've got to be punished. We're not doing this. Do it next
no,
week.
you'll like
No, shut up, Carl. No, just
Well,
start no, we're
he's
not
put a
doing
lot
it.
of effort in.
So what?
You're right.
He's got to do it right. He's got to do it right.
No.
There's too many. We said too many. It's not. He's changed the thing. It's not a one phrase. It's ridiculous.
No,
it's
If
absolutely
only,
pointless.
Rick, if only his parents had spoken like that to him sometime in the past,
Do you know what I
maybe
mean?
we wouldn't be
Right,
having this discussion
You're not
now.
doing it.
come on.
No, we're not doing it, Steve. What have you? What do you think?
I'll tell you, we've got the prizes, but I'm
Yeah.
not even going to bother I'm not even going to
no,
bother.
no,
I think we'll just share them out amongst,
right.
homeless.
Absolutely. No. There's troubles in the world, and I'm not going to let you faff around doing nonsense like that.
No,
It's ridiculous.
Well, let's do it for
No,
this
let's
week.
play a beautiful song. Now, Carl, the big question, as we know at the moment, is whether we're going to let you do songs of phrase or not.
Rick, I should tell you
it's gone
now,
mad.
there has been a flood of... Oh, no, there hasn't. Sorry, I was thinking there'd been a flood of emails, but it was people agreeing with you, Rick.
I know Tony Blair has been trying to get through.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just checking the emails now. There's absolutely nothing supporting you,
So
Carl.
no one gives a side either way about
No, well,
that,
that's not
then.
fair. There were a couple of phone calls, weren't there? One was a guy saying you should. I think the other one was you, Carl. Was it phoning from the kitchen?
Can we do it? Can we do it? Right.
No.
If you don't like it, we won't do it next week. But,
But
the
you,
fact
but,
that I've
but
made it.
I don't know why you did that. We thought of lots of stuff that you could do. You chose one where you have to have 10 words and 6 songs to choose. You haven't got Twix. I don't know what you've substituted Twix for.
Okay, I mean, I've got to say now, I'm going to sit on the fence here. I'm quite intrigued.
Okay, right.
to hear it.
What have you substituted Twix for?
Well, I can't tell you.
Because you can.
No, I can't because people have to listen to it and work out.
All right, let's just hear it. Let's hear it then.
No. They know what they have to know what the word is. They have to tell what the song is or the
I
artist.
prefer just to play it.
No, you've got to tell them what it is because they might not even know what word they're
I think
looking
you should
for.
let's hear him out, Rick.
Right.
Please,
Right.
democracy. That's what we're fighting for. Come on.
Right, have you turned them up?
Right, okay, I've got the headphones on. Go on then.
Right.
Okay, so hang on. The phrase originally was
Is you never see an old man eating a Twix.
right, and we're trying to identify a number of songs which you've used to make up that phrase.
And you email in xfm.co.uk/Ricky with as many as you can get, and whoever gets the most right can
It's
win some
so
stuff.
complicated. This
It
is
is.
so
It's not.
complicated.
Right, here we go. Here
It's
we
I'm
go.
baffled by the email address. I couldn't
What
figure
was
that
the
out.
email address again?
xfm.co.uk/Ricky.
Right.
Right?
And there's some link on there, is there? That,
Yeah, that you
right.
just press and it comes through.
Brilliant.
And that. Right, here we go then, right?
Well, I missed a little bit at the end. Let's hear it again. Let's hear it again.
Mars, ba ba ba.
Let's hear it again. Oh no.
Oh God. Okay,
So-
right. We'd say the prizes, Steve.
Right, so how many songs were there? Do we
I
know?
think it was 6.
You think there was 6?
And you'll never see an old man eat. Oh, it might be 5.
5 or 6?
Yeah.
Anyway, why not email in the answers and how many there were?
Song's a phrase. It was a phrase. You never see an old man eating a Twix.
I love the fact that we haven't got time. Like we've had such important stuff, and it's been so jam packed and interesting. Not that it's been drivel with gaps we could have filled much better.
Yeah.
Don't look at it like that. Like
What, with his film quiz? Come on.
Oh dear.
So, song's a phrase. You never see an old man eating a Twix. We had to change it to Mars bar. Here's what we had. Jerry and the Pacemakers. Echo and the Bunnymen.
David Bowie.
David Bowie. And the Beach Boys finished it off.
Oh, what do you mean? I thought that one was. What do you mean? Who's the winner? Oh, it doesn't matter. You got to give the answer. Who was that one? You didn't know it was us.
It was Neil Young, wasn't it?
Jim Crochet, is it? Old
Oh,
Man
yeah.
River, it's
Right.
called. Jim Crochet.
Old
Something.
Man River.
Yeah.
Jim Crochet sang Old Man River. I don't think so. What was it?
Who cares?
Right.
Well, people. I can't believe this.
Old Man River, it was.
Let's give the prize to.
Jim Crochet wouldn't have sung Old Man River.
Or let's give the.
That was Paul Robeson.
Let's give the prize to Mitchell Sterling, who has got some of the answers right.
We're going to get weaker. That's already happened.
Mm-hmm.
They used to say, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Now they're saying eat 5 fruits.
Right.
So we've definitely that's evidence. You can't argue with that. I'd probably put that first because the guy's right. What's number 2? So swap that round.
Okay, that's number
Give
1.
him the pants second.
Yep.
I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die.
Okay, number 3.
say an apple a day keeps the doctor away. They used to say pull your trousers up. Now they say put them down. You can. I've never had such fucking dribble.
Number 3.
Right, number 3. Oh, the scholars are now waiting with bated breath when they find this old scroll, and they go, "Ooh, what can number 3 be?"
I reckon we'll blend all our food.
Oh God!
No, because
thought then he was going to make a point about race. When he said, I never thought it would be. We'll blend all our food.
like they do for babies, you mean?
I just think when you think about all the stuff we eat now, cavemen chewing on big lumps of meat.
Yeah.
We had wisdom teeth.
Yep.
Now they say, take them out, you're not using them.
Yeah.
Why not using them? Because your food's soft.
Yep.
Sorbet.
Yep.
Soups.
Yeah.
Everything's softer,
Just
isn't it?
those
when you
two,
get an
but yeah.
avocado, they say, is it soft? Everyone's squeezing the food before they buy it.
Yeah.
No one wants anything tough.
Yeah.
So I think chewing is a sort of
It's a thing of the
thing of the past. We haven't got the time to chew. Everyone's like, hurry up, eat that. You don't have to go out for dinner with Ricky. He's like, hurry up. Like, I'm still eating
Well,
it.
he does blend his food, I think. When you've seen me dancing, how would you describe me?
I think that you look like isn't an albatross, isn't it? So you look like an upright lizard, right? Being given electroshock treatment, and I think that's a lot fairer, isn't it, than the albatross nonsense?
Well, so I'm just trying to picture that, because again, I was that a compliment? You were on my side, right? You were defending me.
A cross between a giant lizard and a stick insect.
Again, because they don't sound straight away. They don't sound like compliments, but I'm assuming you're on my side here.
Stick insect with funny glasses. Is that?
I was thinking you were perhaps being a bit touch more supportive, but you've not really. Carl, you've seen me dance. What are your views?
It's just like a bit of weird art.
That's brilliant! That is brilliant! That's so much better than albatross!
I wouldn't have said an albatross. I was looking at one of them the other day, and I don't understand what they mean by that, because they're dying out. They say, they dive in the sea.
Oh, it's gone. Yeah. Something happened in the brain. It went from the point we were making, via an albatross, then it just shot off. It just ping like a pinball.
Well, let's hear, because it's going to be another good point.
No, it's just saying how, because I've never seen one, and they were saying, how would you feel if you never saw one again? And I was like, I've got by this long without it. It's not bothered me. But it was just sort of saying, what they do is they dive in the sea, sort of put their head under the water, see if there's any fish knocking about, grab one, get out again, right?
Yeah.
Go to land. I don't know if they're designed to do that.
Well, obviously they are.
No, because seagulls are, because you see them floating about. Now, what's happening is they're doing that, but getting caught in nets.
Well, that's it. The net shouldn't be there. That's the point. They're totally adapted to their environment, but we came along millions and millions of years afterwards and stitched them up. It's not like people are going, well, the nets were always there. How did they evolve without getting caught in the net? We invented the net. We've only been knocking around for a few 100,000 years.
But what I'm saying is it's that thing about animals learn by mistakes by other animals. You know, like the monkeys peeling potatoes.
Right. That's never happened. They go and put nuts in the salt water to salt the nut.
Whatever.
How does that get to peeling potatoes? Because in your head, they were working in a canteen.
Making chips.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
It doesn't matter what the food is. I'm just saying how they know how to sort of prepare
I
that
love
food.
the fact that you don't care what the fact is. When you're discussing facts, that's all that matters. Otherwise, on Mastermind, they just go, who wrote Much Ado About Nothing? Dickens? Yeah, close enough, whatever, someone did. The fact is what matters.
Yeah, but with that question, that's got a straightforward answer. What I'm telling you is the way that animals work. If it's a potato or a nut, it's a foodage.
And once again, I return you to my question as before. What's your point? What point were you making?
I'm just saying an albatross will find... if you're hungry, you find food or you change your diet. If you don't eat something else, you die out. Simple. Said before. If you want a pie, but they haven't got any pies, you have a pasty. Alter your diet. And an albatross...
Drastically.
Yeah,
pies
radical.
Yeah, you said. Completely changing my diet. No more pies. What are you eating? Pasty. Brilliant. I'm not going to eat quiche anymore. I'm going to have a tartlet. Take out next Wednesday. There's no such thing as next Wednesday.
No, but what I'm saying is, before the year's even started, I know in that new diary I can whiz forward to December 25th and I go, another Christmas.
I don't know what you mean.
So everything's set in stone before I've even started the new year. It's like, oh, Pancake Tuesday, that's coming up. So someone's already
Remember
decided.
It's Tuesday.
Someone's already decided.
Someone's already telling me what I'm doing on half of the year.
But
it just
all
been
those
nice.
pages are
fucking
blank,
hell.
Carl, for you to fill up with stuff.
Oh, guess what? Guess when my birthday is again? 23rd of September.
I'm just saying, move them about a bit, move the days about a bit so it doesn't get predictable.
But when we changed Pancake Tuesday to Thursday, do we tell anyone else?
Yeah, they do an advert on the telly, just saying don't forget to buy your pancake mix.
But so why?
Thursday.
Carl, why not just stick with what we've already got? Because if you're notifying
with
everyone
that,
anyway...
I wouldn't put a date on that pancake day anyway. Just have them when you want. Have it when you want. There's no big deal. You've got to make them yourself. It's not like some places opening to do it. Have them when you want. I don't know why that's got a special day on it. Sick of it. Right, 5 others.
4 others now.
Jamie Oliver.
Why would you take Jamie Oliver?
Just food and that. You need someone, because they say that like you can feel down if you don't eat.
He couldn't convince 8-year-olds to eat a carrot. What's he going to do in this brave new world? They're all going to be on turkey Twizzlers.
I think he's got the right attitude. He wouldn't be faffing about. Remember, we've landed now on this new world.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's like. The people who've
Listen,
made
I love Jamie Oliver. I think he's great.
Yeah.
But he wouldn't be in my 5 people to start a new world. That's all I'm saying. Nor would Patrick Moore, because he knew the way.
Well, what chef would you pick?
I wouldn't pick a chef. Why would I pick a chef?
Because you want someone who's going to, like I say, food's important. When you're low, there's nothing better. If you're a bit fed up, there's nothing better than having a good...
But Carl, I don't think you quite grasped that these people have to start civilization again. They have to be wise people who can make the laws.
Yeah, and before you do all that, you need a good meal. So Jamie Oliver, that's his job. It's like when we get there, that's when he kicks in.
Right.
He's the first one, really,
Can I
who
suggest
gets going.
Just to save 2 places on Patrick Moore and Jamie Oliver, take a map and a cookbook.
I'm knackered today, and the face feels dry and spotty. Oh God, what's wrong with it?
It starts off moaning. The first thing he does is start moaning. He wakes up and goes, "Oh fuck me, I didn't die." Oh God.
I'm knackered today, and my face feels dry and spotty. I think it's the change in water since being away, or it could be all the Madeira cake I had yesterday.
I'm gonna burst.
That was
I'm
the
gonna
Madeira
burst.
cake. The Madeira cake dries you out, does it?
Well, it's just quite fattening, isn't it? But I like it. It's one of my little pleasures.
Oh God
Susan,
almighty.
I went for a wander about to try and find the UFO data magazine for my mum. I didn't know which category to look under. There were too many magazines. I noticed how on the rude magazines, the women are being pretty rude on the cover, but on the gay magazines, it's just a fella smiling, showing a bit of arse. I don't know why gay blokes would buy it. Blokes have got their own knob to look at if they like knobs. Why were you looking at the gay magazine?
No, I wasn't. It's just...
Oh, you were?
No, I
You
noticed
studied them.
Yeah, because I
you've
was
written
looking
about
for UFO data. I don't know where they put it.
I don't think you find evidence of other worlds down men's pants. Yeah, I don't think you want to boldly go where no man has ever gone before, Carl.
I had no luck trying to find the UFO data magazine. I will try some other shops. He writes UFO data magazine every time. He can just put UFO mag. But
No, but it
You wanna be
reminds
right.
me.
You wanna
It's
be
sort of-
specific,
If
yeah.
I write stuff down, it means that I remember it more.
Sure.
So, still looking for it.
Got some posts from Oxfam. They're flogging animals for Africa again. They've got new animals in their catalogue now. They've got donkeys and alpacas. Donkeys £50, alpacas £20. I don't know if this is a special rate or if I could get one from a mam. She's been saying how they've been missing having a pet since they had the cat put down.
Sorry, you don't get it. If you buy that for someone, you don't get it.
Yeah, but they're not bothered where they're going.
Yes,
as long
they
as they're
do.
getting
Of
the
course
money.
they don't. They don't deliver them. It's not like they're in a warehouse wondering, people thinking, I hope people buy this. They're going to put them out there. They're.
But at the end of the day, 50 quid's 50 quid, and they're not bothered. If they're
Right.
sending an alpaca to Africa,
Yeah.
and I'm saying, can you get one to London? To them, that is less hassle.
Right. Carl, that's not how it works. You can't just go and say, oh, I'll have one of them.
They're not bothered. It's for charity.
Carl, of course they are. You can't buy an alpaca for 20 quid. Christ almighty. Plus postage and packaging. They're big bastards.
Read about a pub that is getting some stick because they've stopped a horse going in. It's been the horse's regular for ages, but there's been some new owners who've taken over the pub and they said they're serving fresh food and don't want a horse in there anymore.
Oh, God.
Easter's all right. It comes and goes. Do you want an egg? Not really. Don't have one then. You're not forced an egg.
You're not forced to that.
I like Easter, and everyone can afford an egg. There's no one being left out. Whereas Christmas, everyone goes back to the family and they have a big meal and all that. And there's a lot of poor people out there who can't do that. So it's more of a, if you're going to talk about religion and the religious sort of occasions, Easter's one that I'd keep. Yeah, it smells more Chinesey now, doesn't it? Sort of sweet and sour. Good, isn't it? Is that dead? Yeah, that's dead, isn't it? Are they dead? Are they toads? So I don't get it. Are they alive in that bag? Yeah. Why aren't they legging it? He's got like a Sainsbury's bag full of toads. He rips them out, cuts their head off, sticks them in another bin bag. I don't even know what that is. I mean, it looks like a load of condoms in jam and water or something. I mean, it's weird how he's got it sat there as if that's meant to tempt you in. Well, the idea was, you know, that I'd nip out and get a little snack, because Ricky and Steve said, yeah, try everything out, you know, do what the locals do, but there's no way I'm eating this stuff.
Gervais, seahorse, cocoa sorghum, and peel.
This looks like they've got custard creams on a stick as well at the end. Just anything on a stick, whatever you want on a stick. I just don't understand why they're eating all this. I mean, at home, restaurants will get closed down for having a cockroach in the kitchen. Yet, here, is a starter. I didn't know it'd be like this. I didn't think it'd be this mental, really, in the food department. There's a woman over there just tucking in on a bunch of scorpions. Look at her, like she's just having like a bit of a chicken leg. Not a problem, just shoving them in the face. She looks at it before she puts it in her mouth, like, oh yeah, which bit will I have first? The head or the arse? I mean, as she's eating one off one stick, she's looking at the other stick. She can't get enough of them. Her eyes, it's like the donuts to her. She's looking at them, she's going, oh, look at that one there, that one looks nice. You see, I don't know where it stops. Where's the line between food and insect? If she gets up in the morning, there's a spider in the bath. What does she do? Oh, good, I'll leave the croissant for tomorrow. I'll eat that now. What's he eating? Oh, God. What sort of egg is that?
So it's a fetus inside an egg.
A fetus? I don't know what any. Just for people watching who don't know, he's with us, you know, helping drive the bus and what have you. He seems like a normal bloke. I mean, eating a fetus. Not even waiting for the thing to be born and to live a bit and then eat it. I mean, a fetus. Only been here for a bit. I'm running out of these. I've got 3 more packets left. But, you know, the weird thing is I'm the freak here, aren't I? Everyone else is eating that. I'm eating these. I'm the odd one out.
You've seen some pretty grotesque things, like that fella there who was your driver in China.
Oh, man, this is incredible.
Look at this lot. Thank you. She's all right. What's he having over there? Good Jesus. Does he know it's not all in one piece, that noodle? Are we in a race? I didn't realise... I mean, what... Why is he in a hurry? I'm in his van. Should I be getting a move on? He's meant to be giving me a lift home. The suction on that. It's just 1 minute it's there. It's like opening an airplane window. Just all sucks out. That's it, he's eating it. I've hardly touched this. What's he got now? What is that?
I think it's chicken's feet.
You don't pick a food by what sort of feet it's got. Just have chicken if he wants chicken. We're paying, he could have had anything he wanted. And he's spitting it out now. He's just spitting its nails out by the looks of things. No thanks, you're all right. Oh, mind it, he's been munching like Mentos in the van. He's never offered me one of them. It gets the chicken feet. Suddenly he's keen for me to have one. He's just spitting stuff out. He's chewing on it. He's spitting on it. I can't eat this. Oh, see that then? It's his van. He'll have to clean it up. You're not having pudding, are you?
See, I'm with you on that. There's no reason to eat like that.
I don't think you'll ever hear of a Chinese man who's starved to death. Because there's no reason to. Street food out there. I thought street food meant, you know, you have chefs on the street cooking food. They don't mean that. It's street food. Whatever's crawling about, they grab and eat.
Do they?
Yeah, honestly. Are they dead? Are they toads? Honest to God, that market, I thought it was a myth, all that, before I went. I thought they don't eat weird stuff like that, because there's no need. There's loads of stuff in the world. You don't have to get to that level yet. I think even in Lost, that programme, they didn't even get to insects and that, did they? They were stuck on an island there with coconuts. At no point do you see one going, I have to eat a squid, or a lizard, or a scorpion. It never happened. Yet there, they just, I'll have that. Not a problem, just shoving them in the face. I mean, I don't think they do I'm a Celebrity, get me out of there in China. Because they'd go, what's the problem? It's lovely, all you can eat buffet, yeah? Not a problem for them. He's a big lad. Just a little bit of, not big. Oh, full. No, they seem like nice people. I mean, I can tell that just even though I can't speak their language and stuff. They've got some food for me. It's nice, but it's just a bit awkward if it's something I don't like, innit? Because I can't. You know, you can use your hands to say certain things, but what can you do if it's something I don't like? I can't sort of make a lie up. What is that? What is that? Right, forget it. Forget it. It's fucking hell, they're massive toads. Yeah, it's toads in a carrier bag. Oh, I looked at the wrong time. I didn't really want to look, but when I turned around, it looked like she was having a wrestle with one. And I heard like, doof, doof, so I'm guessing the toad wasn't winning. And I've been told it tastes like chicken, so I should just eat it and think, yeah, it's chicken, it's just nice chicken. Why did she have to cave its head in out here? Why couldn't she just do it inside somewhere and then I'd eat it? Tell me after. All right, yeah, I'll look in a minute. If they knew we were coming, couldn't they have just got something normal? Why didn't you say to him, no, is it all right if I bring Karl round? Cook him something. Yeah, of course you can, yeah. What does he like to eat? Does he like toad? Just surely, I mean, I know you don't know me that well, but you know me enough that I've never said to you, do you know what, I'd love a bit of toad. I've never said that to you. You could have just nipped it in the bud there and then gone, oh, he's not a fan of that. He's not, don't like it. They're waving me over. This is like a murder scene, look. Bit of Toad's head there. Oh, look at this. Chicken. Just a little bit, because I'm not very good with these. He's better than me. That just looks like noodles. Nice. Lots of that. Oh. No, I love it. Just chewing. I'm gonna make him. I think the baby's choking. Eating toad was weird.
You didn't eat toad?
I had a little bit of toad.
What does the toad taste like?
Like chicken. Just chicken. This woman was forcing it to me. She was saying, "Oh, eat it." Oh, not fun. Every time I swallowed it, it was coming back up. It was like it was still alive and the legs were still kicking itself out of my head. Right, no more.
All right, Karl. I know you're heading off to Mount Fuji, but before you get there, we thought you might enjoy stopping off in the countryside to explore some of Japan's ancient traditions. We've actually tracked down a little restaurant where you can try the dish that started sushi. All right, it's a fish that's been fermented for years, and I know you're not sort of really into your fish as food, but it is a real privilege to try it, so I'm sure you'll appreciate it. All right, mate, enjoy it. Bye.
Do you want to sit down? Chair? I mean, that's mad, isn't it? What's the difference? What's the difference of doing that? Sitting there? Sitting there? What is the point in that?
Karl, traditional Japanese sushi.
I've been eating a lot of fish. Whilst I've been here, I'm not a fan.
Maybe you can enjoy. It's very expensive, very rich, I think rich taste.
Rich?
Full of, full flavour.
Why has it got a lid on it? Is it alive?
No.
How often do you eat that?
Actually, I have eaten once.
Once in your life?
Yes.
Right. Would you like some first?
No, I eat always.
Yeah.
Always I eat. So.
But I've learned in Japan all about etiquette and not to be rude, polite.
Yeah.
So I would like you.
No,
honestly, no. Come on, let's play it by the.
If
we're
say
in Japan,
that, I'll say you are a guest in this town.
That's right, and I'm welcoming you.
I'm a host, so guests should eat first.
Right. Stinks, doesn't it?
No.
He does.
No.
What do you mean?
No.
He does.
No.
He does.
It's a good smell.
That's not a bad smell.
No. It's very expensive.
It's a lovely box.
Yeah.
I'm not moaning about the delivery. The tray is lovely.
Yeah.
The nice little sick bowls it comes with.
Yeah.
Beautiful. But that should be on there, should be nailed shut and buried. I can't eat that, Jamie. I think it's off.
It's like a delicacy. It's been fermented for 3 years.
Good taste, good flavor.
There's something in the middle of it. I can't eat it, Jamie. I don't know if it's rude or not. I don't know how they're getting away with it. It's not a meal. It's more like a challenge, that. Me taste buds had just been mugged. That's what had gone on there. Sausage, egg and chips. I'm happy with that. Sausage, beans, potato cake. That's something Suzanne normally knocks up for me when I've been away. Something to welcome me back. If I have fish fingers, battered cod. I've had pollock recently. Is it pollock?
Yeah.
I've had that because I didn't have any cod in the chippy. Seeing how the locals live, which is what it's all about. Thought the day was coming to an end, thought I'd be able to, relax a little bit, and I've just got a message from Ricky and Steve saying they've sorted out a place for me to have my tea tonight, which is a bit of a worry.
I'll get you the special of the day. Typical Egyptian food.
Yeah, cheers. Thanks a lot. It's a bit annoying. He's just cooking something for me, I don't know what it is. I don't like hummus that much. Hummus, couscous, anything like that, I just don't have that sort of stuff. It's not a meal, it's a garnish. I would have loved just chicken and chips. Just something not too challenging. I just want a meal, I'm hungry. I've never experimented that much with food. I didn't have pasta till I was about 21, 22.
Yeah.
All right, brilliant. I got a bit of a taste of that at the end, and I'm sure I knew what it was. Let me just have a bit again. I'm sure I've had it before.
Okay.
It's rubbery.
Rubbery, chewy.
Quite beefy.
How about testicle?
That's a testicle.
Aha. And the chewy one. Penis.
Normally on a Monday night, probably have a little bit of lamb that's left over from Sunday dinner or something. And yet, this Monday night, cock and bollocks, couple of eyes, bit of tongue, for garnish. I never thought I'd be saying that.
It's supposed to be good for you as a male.
But why do you use everything to that degree?
We kind of eat everything. Nothing goes to waste. Besides, it's delicious.
Well, I said. Well, I didn't say delicious.
Yourself.
I didn't say delicious. You put words in my mouth along with other things. Hello? Hello?
Why have you called?
What?
How is it? How's the hotel?
It's, Can you hear that?
What was the noise?
It's just car horns and that, constant.
Oh, God.
Anyway, the hotel is pretty depressing.
We never said it was going to be all luxury. You've got to see the real Egypt, haven't you? Have you bought a little fez yet? I'd love to see you in a fez, I'll be honest. That was my dream.
What, the little hat?
Yeah, have you bought one of them yet?
No, I wasn't planning on sort of rushing out.
Why don't you? Well, I think you've got to blend in. When in Rome.
Yeah, but I told you, when in Rome, I'm happy to go along with it. I'll eat pasta. But when in Egypt, they don't say, do they? When in Egypt, have a bollock for lunch. It's not.
Well, anyway, I've got to go because I've got to open another bottle of wine.
See you later.
All right, see you later.
Yeah. Can I get 2 pieces of chicken? 2. What? It's a KFC for deaf people. So what do I have to do? I don't understand. So do you just point? Yeah. 1, yeah. 1 of them. For 1. Original. I don't quite know what's going on here. Are they all deaf? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello? No, they're all deaf. Thanks a lot. Brilliant. That was good. Good idea.
What, to have a deaf KFC?
Well, yeah, because why not? You know, I don't come in here for a chat. You're coming here for food, fast food. I'm taking it up even faster because they're not chatting behind there. A lot of the time in McDonald's, you know, they're all gabbing, aren't they, by the milkshake counter. But in here, it was quick. It's there in front of you. Point, bang, done, out. It's amazing, isn't it? I mean, with technology, most of it, you don't really use it, do you? It's kind of like a toy. But seeing them use it sort of makes you realise it's a good invention, video calling and picture messaging. But when Ricky sends me a picture, it's that sort of thing. So, this is what I'm saying, we don't sort of use it properly. They've got a proper use. You know what I mean? Packing again, this time for Mexico. I mean, it's the same clothes really, it doesn't matter where I'm going. I've got the same pants, I've got the same t-shirts, maybe a different flavour crisps.
What crisps have you got?
Monster Munch pickled onion. It's good to have things like this.
What do you like about a Monster Munch?
It's just a bit, there's something about them that cheers you up. Not only are they sort of tasty, but just having a little monster to look at when you're fed up. Ow, Jesus, that's really hot. And then I thought I'd give them some you know, new experience.
What's that?
Bit of Monster Munch. Pop it in your mouth. How do you like that? It's good, isn't it? I mean, I think Louise has had stuff like that. You don't get that fat from wasp larvae. I mean, he had a belly on him. And he kept saying, oh, no, it's the wasp stuff, it makes you big and strong. How many are you eating? Because they're only that big, and there's not much fat in them. But the uncle, you could tell he was kind of like, oh, this is all right, this. I think he enjoyed it. So I'm happy about that. I gave him a new experience there, I think. And I just was hoping that they'd get a taste of something new. And think, do you know what, I might leave this little village and go into town and get some crisps. They haven't got brains, have they? They'll just run riot. I don't want to do it.
We'll have just a little drink of tequila to smoothen your muscles and give you a little bit of strength. One kind of tequila, they put worms in it. And it's a very nice thing to offer the worm to the guest.
What is wrong with you people?
May we split it?
Just piss-arsing about on bulls, drinking worms. I've been wrestling. I've only been here about 3 days. It's like everyone's daring each other to do something stupid. Get on a cow, get on a bull. Hey, let's have a wrestle. Eat a worm. Do you know what I mean? It's never ending. It's just...
Actually, for us, this is normal, man.
I know, but that's what's frightening. Do you chew or do you just swallow?
Of course you chew and you try to figure out the flavor and everything.
Right, here we go. Whoa. Swallow it! It's still in there! Oh, God. Fucking hell, man. I don't bend over because I'm going to be sick. Right, well, okay.
Let's jump inside.